Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So, what the world needs, like for humanity to survive and to thrive and to be successful collectively to this test that we're currently in and are about to reach a point of. I mean, there's a climax to things. As things progress, they reach points to where they can explode, to where things can break, to crack, to fucking crumble, to collapse. And depending on how things go, things can either collapse and fall apart and continue to fucking perpetuate more ruin, disaster, and misery, or we can change the way we've been doing shit and stop destroying things and decide to instead cherish life to the best of our ability and develop a society and infrastructure that's actually in designed to be in as good a harmony as we can with Mother Nature and all the elements that go along with her, which is what I hope we do. So, but in order for that mentality itself has a certain requirement in order to be able to think that way. Like it takes a certain type of mo. It takes a certain type of mojo or pattern or personality, and the current like mainframe mentality of what men, largely in America, are like kind of told or groomed to be, I feel is actually counterproductive to living in that harmonious society. And this is probably gonna create a little bit of controversy, but it is what the fuck it is. It's what the world needs. We don't need more men fucking just suck it up, bite it up, dog eat dog world. Just go up there, suck it up, and do what you do. Be a man and fucking make your own, and just don't worry about anybody else. That's actually what's continuing to perpetuate all this fucked upness. Okay, it's good in some senses because it helps you take care of your shit as a man. But when you do it to the point where you don't have the ability to care for your fellow brother, or you've lost the capacity to speak for starving children in Africa, or our dying planet, or the massive amounts of species we've literally extinct or have allowed to go extinct while we're living here on the same planet too and not doing nothing about it, that's a fucking issue. And it has to do with that mentality. And this has largely been groomed. This has been on purpose. This has been on design. So as I say these things, I don't want to come across. I got to be careful that I don't come across as too condemning, because forgive them for they know not what they do. And there has been literally like aliens that know how to fucking manipulate, like the master manipulators. Like that is their master trick, is being able to turn people, to sway personalities, to turn souls from love to hate. Like that's their fucking MO. That's what they do. And in doing so, they can enslave races, they empower them, they take them, they exploit them, they fucking use them as slaves, and they sit back fucking doing what they fucking do, and have others do the work for them. However, this is why they're weak. Like, they really are. Like, once you get past their tricks and their deceptions and the way that they fucking, use illusions and trickery and magic to control shit and to make things seem one way, to fucking divert attention another way, da 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 da. Once you get past all that shit, like physically, face to face, energetically, up front in the spirit, like they ain't shit compared to us when you really got your most high love going on. They cannot fucking touch you. Or maybe they can like poke you a little bit, but that's about it. You a big giant beautiful ball of energy. To them, that's what you are. That's why they love to sway you and turn you and change you so much, so they can feed off of you. And that mentality, the MO, the alpha male, the dog eat dog world, like just take all I can, make all I can make, and fucking don't share, don't help out, don't be nice, don't be kind. Like that's a huge MO in America. Not everybody's like it, but that's a large, especially amongst men, that largely like don't complain, I don't want to hear your shit. Like that's largely how a lot of males go about this world. That's what helps them succeed, because nobody gave them anything, so they're not going to give anybody else anything. But the problem with that is when you guys continue to think like that, first of all, that's not how Jesus thought. So if you're a true follower of the word of Yahushua, you should re-examine the Bible again, and like where your actions are, and are they in alignment with Yahushua's, and are you working to progress yourself in a way that is more similar to that of Yahushua's, because not giving a fuck about people, not encouraging them to do better, not caring about them when they're hurting, like these are not the things that Jesus told us to do. He told us to love each other like brothers and sisters, like neighbors, to love everybody unconditionally. That's what we're supposed to do. So when there's sick people out there, when there's hurt people out there, we're choosing not to care and to turn a blind eye to them, and to instead focus on ourselves and our riches and our gains and all these types of things. That is not walking in the word in alignment with the word of Yahushua. That is actually being selfish. That is actually much more in alignment with the fucking devil. And the problem with these churches is that they have created a stigma that allows the perpetuation of that, of literally what the devil wants us doing, is working a job, working a lifestyle that we think is in alignment with God's will, but is in actuality more in aligned with the devil's will. Now, there are some that work these 9 to 5 jobs, that go to these churches, and that truly do sacrifice their lives for others, like do to a large degree, really truly follow the word to the best of their ability. And like when they have their free time, they work on ways to help themselves in a better way to help so that they grow in a good way with God. And a lot of times they will integrate things like helping out the needy and the homeless, because that's a very key and crucial part to the Bible and to the core message of Yahushua. Because we are all extended families, and as you do to the least among you, you do unto me, because everything is a child or a product of God. So even these starving and abused kids are still a part of God. And if we don't take care of them, if we choose to turn a blind eye and not give a fuck about them, we are saying that we don't give a fuck about God. It's that fucking simple, man. I don't like to get all heated like this and shit, but that's essentially the truth of the matter, of what's going on right here. And this is exactly why I feel like mankind has been falling short in a number of fucking ways. And this is the biggest one, and this is why if we decide to change our ways and to focus on this, it will also be the one that yields us the most reward in regards or in terms or in translation to our spirits and our ability to care and to love each other again, because we're losing that. We've lost it, and we are losing that at an ever increasing rate. But the thing about it is, because we are losing it at an ever increasing rate, people are starting to freak out, and that pain is there for a reason, because that pain is showing us all that we are doing wrong. If we were living, when I'm doing things right, when I'm in alignment, when I'm doing my work and staying disciplined, yeah, there's still issues and challenges and stuff like that, but I still have a steady buzz of joy, essentially, within my being, because I am working on progress. I am perpetuating and vibrating and absorbing energy that is moving me to a good direction. So I have developed a good buzz for myself from my good work. Another issue I have with the Bible, because they do this thing about good works won't bring you. No. Good works is good. It's good to do good works, especially good works that help out others. Like, that is exactly what Jesus wanted us to do. Love is an action. The more action that you do out of love, the more of a loving being you are going to be. The more love you're going to be able to share with others. If you're just sitting on your ass all day meditating, you're really not doing much to help out others, dude. And this is the Buddha saying this, as somebody who was considered like kind of the master or a master of meditation. I'm telling you, yes, the Buddhism is great and it has its place, but when it comes to love and fighting against evil, nothing I have found on this earth is better than the word of Yahushua. And it's because it's so proactive, it's so progressive, it's so get shit done. And it's sad too, because to see the church and the state of Christianity in such a stagnant disarray, when so many are in need, when they're literally designed to be that piece in the puzzle to help those in need, and yet they sit and do largely, not completely, but largely, very little to nothing to those that are in the most dire need, like starving kids and children in Africa. So again, I'm gonna put a lot in the woman too. Y'all chicks, like females, you guys have lost your place as well. And I think that's also by design. This is one of my first videos I did, and it really struck true. I wish I hadn't deleted it, because it has to do with how I feel the modern cities, the way they're designed, are especially detrimental to females because of the way that the female's designed. And I'll go into that a little bit later, but. And I think this has all been done on purpose. So again, I gotta calm down when I get into my condemnation fucking zone. I get heated with it because I see what's going on. I see people falling for it, and it's just like, oh, it's like if you guys just knew, you guys are being turned this way on purpose. It's not good, and yet you guys continue to do it, and it can drive you nuts sometimes. But that's all part of the process for me, like to go through the passions and what I need to go through in order to learn how to calm myself down. And this is where Tai Chi can be very good, because it can allow you to take an abundance of energy, and instead of exploding with it, which is kind of what it wants to do, you can learn to tame it a little bit, and to change it, and to slow it down, and to then harness it and turn it into something more, with more purpose and more clarity and more, design, and not so chaotic and explosive and potentially dangerous and reckless, but more refined and purposeful and sharp and precise and stable. So that's what I'm working on. All right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.